play as the guy again, this powerful spirit flashlight. Still, though, it's the recap of Chapter 3 about how he investigated the place. So, yeah. Let's move on and see what his story is after he ended up in the tunnel. Chapter 7, Without Suffering. Okay. Ruka isn't here. Didn't the elevator bell go off? So are we on different layers of reality? Maybe. We got things to look around, dear sir. Where is the shiny? I guess I'll examine this shrine first. There's a small shrine set into the cave wall. There's the first shiny. Sure, I'll pick this up. Can't get over it. Okay. This cassette tape is mine. Did I record this? Apparently it was the 4th time we recorded this even. Right, I need to equip my special ability thing. Equipment, lens, signifies the attack shot with a single shot, but really what I want is that thing. Until combat becomes a thing, equip the photo taker one. Anything inside these boxes? There it is. Ooh, a stone mirror. Not a bad deal at all. It's very quiet in here. I'm also gonna guess there's probably a doll hidden somewhere around here. It seems like a very important chamber, and the game loves stuff in dolls and chambers with unique features. Is that the doll? No, I think I'm crazy. I don't think I actually saw the doll there. I thought I did for a second, so yeah. Talking about this game so far has been the least, out of the Fatal Frame games I've played, the least generous with healing items, but I also guess that's because you can just buy them with your points, because there's no other use to points besides post-game stuff now. I would say that Fatal Frame 2 is the most generous with healing items, but I think Fatal Frame 1 is the most generous with stone mirrors. There's a small shrine in the cave wall, so yeah. I don't see the doll. Maybe there isn't a doll in here. Or maybe, wait. No, I thought there was I keep on seeing things that I think for a second, is that the doll? I'm like, no, it's not. Yeah, I don't see it. Let's go through this door then. This door, I don't remember this being here. It looks very old. Back when I found Ruka here, maybe I just didn't notice it. And you never came back and never noticed until now, I guess, sir. Well, it's a nice little flowing river pattern, so sure we'll follow. I know I just saved like multiple times in a row, but I'll save again. I shall save again. We could probably go backwards and see a few things, but I'm actually going to go here first. Or not, maybe not first, it's probably where I ultimately need to go, so. The deep crevices into our mind continues. By mind, actually mean the mines, but same difference. Something shiny and blue is coming in front of you. Sure. The gap is too narrow for you. For someone else, I'm sure they can crawl through. I think it might have collapsed if I try. I think it might collapse if I try, so it's impossible to go through. There is, however, an item. There it is. Pick it up. Okay. Looks like a wall. A will was placed here. Scribbled notes. I don't want to die here. I heard a legend about the coming of the day without suffering. A legend which says that those who hide here are the only ones that will survive. Someone performed it, the ceremony of passage. That woman has come. That woman's blooming. I saw her face, warped, crushed, twisted, impure. I saw her face. Blooming face, warped, crushed, blooming, twisted, blooming, impure. It's the end. Blooming, blooming. Don't get so excited about blooming there, sir. There's also another, or could be miss. Is there another shiny here in this corridor? Camera's definitely responding like there is. There it is. Missed it. Oh, it's actually a combat spell. Time for his combat scenario fun. All the points are worth, sir. I'll do that when there's a more powerful ghost. Not this single loser. Hi. There he goes. Gonna climb to the very top. Well, did what we could over there. Do you think there's a doll in here? I guess no. There might be on the other side of that crawling space, but maybe there's not on this side. So let's break on through. I'll follow the ghost spirits of ourselves, so yeah. The all-important shrine. We did see the ghost go over this way, and if Failed Frame has taught me anything over time, it's that following the ghost is important. This leads to the doctor's office. He must be involved in the kidnappings. So you basically want to go the way you just came from. Is there a ghost in the elevator? There's actually a few ghosts. Nice to know ghosts actually use the elevator. For some reason the control thing isn't working for me. There goes another one. she's gonna die then for sure. Check. There you are, man. And there we go. For some reason, that flashlight combat really eats up my CPU. It's what kept on causing the error before. I've turned off error messages and some other stuff, but it still causes some slowdown. I think it really eats my CPU away. I don't fully know why. I just know that it does. Sealed by a strong force. The camera shows nothing. I guess we're gonna have to take the long way to get to the doctor's office. Let's... Oh. It's taking me somewhere. I guess I don't get control of my life. Oh, I actually get to explore this floor. I'm happy. I'm a happy man. It stopped. Yes, which means something else I'm also going to save here now once I can pick up this item. We all know there's an item here somewhere. There it is. Let's pick it up, and yeah, I know it's a flashlight, not a camera, but it's basically a camera. It works just like a camera, except it's a flashlight. You take pictures with your camera, with your flashlight. That's fucking... Regardless. I don't know my flashlights that can take pictures with it, but yeah. Anyways, this ghost was in front of this door, so probably it's open. Inside you. Seems to be a few important things in here. There's like the shiny here. Looks like a note. Death certificate. Tomoko or Hinuma. Is there some kind of connection with the corpse? Autopsy result. Name Tomoko Hinuma. Cause of death, drowning. Death report, discovered floating in the Rogetsu Hall pool by a nurse. She had already entered into cardiac arrest when she was discovered. Notes, on the night of the Kagura, there was reports of confusion at the time Tsubaka Tono fell unconscious. The Luna Sedata crisis began on the night of the Kagura. A scrawled note was found. It appears to be a suicide note. A typical example of returning to normal after losing oneself within the Kagura. Traces of budding. The face was removed from the body. Well, that's not the least bit gruesome. Where's this picture? I think I missed it. The other blue shiny thing got in the way of me finding it. There's actually multiple shinies here, so let's get grabbing. Red crystals times 15. More red crystals than I know what to do with, but there was a slip of paper in the garbage bag, and of course the garbage bag also moved. Notice, there are deficiencies in the records in the recent deaths. Regarding designated records, incineration, I cannot say that right now, must be carried out immediately. Please use the incinerator in the backyard of the old building for this purpose. The backyard of the old. Oh dear. Something is reflecting inside of the garbage. It's the back door key. Sticker on the key reads back door. Where does that go? We're at hospital? Wait, let me think about that. Okay, I know where that is. Took me a second. Still got more to explore here. There seems to be a pile of garbage bags in the corner. The strong smell of the incense barely covers the rancid stench of the old garbage. Your next, shiny. Kishimura Investigation Record 2. Found tape. Yeah, we didn't even listen to the first one, did we? How about you? The examination report lies on the corpse. I forgot how many files this guy gets. Okay. Name, Tsubaki Tono. Occupation, nurse. At Rogetsu Hall. Death report, performed as the Utsuwa of the Rogetsu Kagura dance. Collapsed during the middle of the dance. Cause unknown. According to the testimonies, by the time the crowd had reached her, she was already dead. Cause of death, autopsy results do not indicate any external injuries or diseases. There was a suspected heart attack, but this has not yet been confirmed as the cause. Further notes, we cannot determine the condition of her face. The cause for this is unknown. Simultaneously, deaths of the Shrine Maidens. Did the ceremony of passage impact the festival? Was it caused by the mask which was used? Usage of the mask has long been taboo. And of course, our notebook update. I'm going to first finish examining this room before I go update and check that, as well as my notes there. So, still a few things to check out. Take sacred water. Not a bad deal. Not a bad deal at all. Let's turn around this way. See what appears in the photo. Something appeared in the photo. Not the least bit creepy. What are you talking about? Well, I think that's all there was in this room. That was actually quite a bit, so I'm not complaining, but yeah, let's go on back out. Let's do this. That was that. Let's go back outside. I'm not sure if the other door over here is going to be open either, but I'll go check it out while I'm in the neighborhood. Yeah. Switch abilities. There we go. Check a body. Okay, let's go check a body. I love checking corpses. It's what I do all day when I'm in morgues. There it is. What appears to be the corpse is covered by multiple pieces of cloth. Placed onto the face, the same type of mask that can be found in all of this building. Also, apparently the nurse said, why was I chosen? Is that not the corpse? There were at least two in here. Which means I'm gonna check you now. Oh, I can grab it. Sure, I can peel this back. Why not? It's just a black stain with a mask on it. Not the least bit creepy. Well, let's head on back out then. I think we found everything we need to find there, which means that we need to now go further. I'm going to check to the left. I guess there was a ghost over there, which means the door might be open because we can't really control the elevator, but yeah. The shutter may finally open. Oh. I thought there might be a doll in here, but man, there ain't dolls in a while, so sure. I had missed that. I guess I kind of stopped looking, so I looked through a couple rooms and I wasn't able to find anything. Apparently there'd be a doll somewhere around here. I'm looking. Doll. Where garbage bags. Oh, I see it. Let's see if I can catch you perfectly, doll. It's always hard to get dolls with him. I mean, yes, I got the doll, but it doesn't count. I guess I'm not close enough. A little more that way. And got it. The curse of the doll has been broken, which is always part of the fun. Now, that makes us at 43. 43. Well, time to go to the door on the other side of the corridor. Gotta open it all up. I like this part of the hospital, though. It's creepy. I think I like the main building that we've been in a little bit more, because artistically and aesthetically it's more pleasing. But this side is a little bit creepier. And of course I've got all these new rooms to explore on the other side. I only have the 4th floor left to explore, and I've explored basically all of it. I will check see what's through this door before we follow the nurse. The door will actually open. It's the other side of the it's the other side of that cage door we kept on saying earlier. That was a bit weird. Well, I mean, why not just hang around like you don't just know? Spirit's sure taking its time, isn't it? What is taking the spirit so long? There it is. I can't tell if there's just one spirit or two spirits at the moment. There's two. Where might they go? Where did the girl go? There she is. Just want her dead, really. Oh. Well, we just got done with another ghost encounter, so why not? Ceiling ghost thing. That's new. Come a little bit closer to me, guys. Now wait for my flashlight to charge a little bit. Like right above me. Gotta wait for a little bit of charge. Oh, hi, ma'am. There she is. Need to let my camera charge a little bit. Alright, ghosty in the walls. Where are you gonna pop up from this time? From this way. There it is, on the ceiling, of course. And there we go! Death to all hating women. This lesson and the moral of the story is don't aim from the ceiling if you're a ghost. It looks like the hospital equipment. I don't know where it's used. Well, aren't you a genius? Though the fact that you zoomed in on it is very suspicious. Also, this area that I'm sort of paying attention to is much bigger than I thought it was going to be. Like, what even is this? I don't know what this is. I can't interact with the door. It tells me a whole lot, I guess. I need to recharge my flashlight and go over this way for now. What other dark corners of the world might exist? Because I still haven't explored this area thoroughly. It looks like there's some more lights over here. Or maybe just the single red light. Right next to the fire hydrant. I guess to let you know if there's a fire when you get the fire hydrant. But yeah, it's almost like a maze. Some things over here sound a little bit too excitable. Is also an item nearby? Is it up or is it down? Is there just an item in the middle of the corridor? Okay, so it's making it seem like there's an item here. Actually, I can examine this. There is a mummy in that room. How? Why did they let me look at a mummy? So let me know that my mummy's nearby. Let's see if I can get in there somehow. There's some kind of peephole. It seems too rusted to open. Oh, is that the ambulance one? That might be the case. I'm gonna go further down here with all these, what are these, incense sticks? They're like incense sticks. There's an item here. In fact, there's a couple items. Grab you. I should probably follow where the nurse went. Construction worker's journal. Found the diary. Our work was temporarily halted. Some of the tunnels, known to be beneath the island, were found, and this has stopped our expansion. When this hospital was first built, the director's office was put in the basement. What did the director think they were hit when they hit these tunnels? On this island, been a cultural taboo for some time. Was it because of these ritual or these tunnels? I want to say ritual so badly. In one of the tunnels, I noticed that the moonlight was flittering through from the right on this page. Seems to have been interrupted? Sure. There's also another note here, which I will now pick up, which is herbal medicine. Again, not a bad deal. Not a bad deal at all. There's also a doll right there. I see you, doll. Let's get a little bit closer. No, really, that doesn't count. Doll, I'm onto your games. What, am I not like picture perfect there for you? Maybe I don't have the right, or I don't have the right camera mode equipped. That would be it. There we go, another cursed doll found. I think that makes us at 43. We might be at 43. How many cursed dolls are we at? We're at 44. Making the progress. Anyways, I should actually probably follow. Oh, okay. You want to do that, ma'am? I was gonna say that was you're going in for the cheap shot there. A little bit deeper here. This direction. I think I'm gonna get hit by her. I'll charge up my blast as I go this way. There you are. Here she comes right through the walls. There. I just want to get a combo shot. She's also almost dead, so remember. Oh, hi, ma'am. Missed you. that not her death thing? Guess now I'll charge it. Ghosty ghosty to the right. There she is. And I need to charge up my camera again. Well, let's go follow where the nurse ghost was originally. Before I decided I had to detach myself from the path and explore that whole little area. But yeah, the nurse wanted us to go to the right here. Which means I will continue. Thankfully my sense of direction is pretty good. Down this way. There's a few interesting things to see regardless. I still say this does look pretty good for a Wii game, even though this corridor is the most visually looking corridor, but whatever. What, you want me to get to this dead end? Oh, can I actually open the shutter with this? Maybe. Yep, I think I can open the shutter. Nothing happened. How can I turn on the power? Oh, I'm about to find out. Let me switch over to my camera. And in the photo we see... I was just there. Something appeared. It's a dark room and some sort of electrical device invisible on the wall. I was just over there. Okay. I'll go turn on the power. I did note that it was suspicious that we could zoom in on the thing, but sure. Fine. Let's go and turn on the power. There's definitely been major leap and bounds in the field of mental studies within the last 40 or 50 years. This said, there's still much progress to be made. It hasn't quite developed as far as other fields in terms of social acceptabilities and understandabilities. There is something really... Was it... Oh, there's not... Is it this? Yeah, it's probably the people. Or we too can enjoy peeping into your hole. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, that's what I was trying to glow right there. It feels like it's going to lead to something eventually because it keeps on going blue, but yeah, I'll work with the power. I have way too much fun with this. Alright, let's do it. Turned on the switch. About to get attacked again, even though there's several ghosts that attacked already in here. The power in this area has been turned on. That's not what else was not turned on. I'm not going to make that joke anymore. Let's go back and get attacked by a ghost. Not you, though. You're still hanging around, which means we're probably supposed to now check. Actually, it seems surprisingly quaint over this way. I did fight 3 ghosts in this area already. Technically 4, but one of them was a dual ghost battle, so... I'll make my way, then. Time to open up the power gate. Your next gate. It's okay, we can press the button, see? Another way opens up. I like how the flashlight just changed between the cutscene and the main game, because how the flashlight gameplay works for him. What's going on? Opportunity. You'd have to respond almost immediately to get that. Okay, I'll follow the ghost into the director's office after I gain the shiny. Notice special examination schedule. Picked up a document. As planned, the next 5 patients related to the special examination have been arranged. Examination will take place in the director's office. The limited access is essential. Inpatients, room 310, Misaki Asao, room 308, Ruka Yomotsuki, room 203, Manako Tsukamori. Outpatients, Mary Shinomiya and Tomo Nanamura. So this is when they're collecting all the Kanade girls. And the girls that they kidnapped there. At the end, a hurriedly scribbled memo is attached. Today's choice for the Kagura's Kanade was bad. Without them, it will just be an ordinary festival. In previous ceremonies of passage, there was much scrutiny over the choice of Kanade, a pure, obedient, sensitive maiden. The mask and the music easily devour these maidens. By nature, the festival decides a community's fate, and we must embrace the seriousness and responsibility of the ritual. Sure, we must have perfection in the selection, even if that means there must be delays in choosing. And that reminds me, I need to read my handbook and radio things, but first I'm going to check this. I didn't even see the ghost. Oh, I missed my fucking F. Just a little bit more to the left, I would have made it. Okay, so there's something over here. Also, something right here. Looks like a book. Probably it's a book. There's a lair here. Lair from Soya Yomotsuki. After a long time, I finally complete the Mask of the Lunar Eclipse, which is obviously the game title, so obviously that's super important. I poured my heart and soul into it and feel I gave my everything. My spirit is exhausted. I want to thank you for your help. Lost documents of the ceremony of passage were restored, and the techniques became clear. Above all, I studied the paints that are the key to the mysterious Mask of the Lunar Eclipse and gathered all that were necessary. And I'm guessing this is the father of Ruka that's right in here. That's the work they got really into. It was making the Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. I should have guessed that. Okay. You will surely see the results you wished for at the ceremony and the true Mask of the Lunar Eclipse complete. The true Mask of the Lunar Eclipse is by no means the same as the abominable mask of legend. It will not create the evil day without suffering. The catastrophe was caused because the Mask of the Lunar Eclipse made by Soetsu was incomplete. Soetsu wrote that this mask will open the gate to the afterlife. Your implacability bore fruit. I must endeavor to protect the mask until the Rotsukazo Kagura. I will not be present for the ceremony of passage, but I'll be praying for its success. Soya Yomotsuki. Obviously, there's also the shiny here. I found a note by the director. The day of the Kagura nears. The Rogetsu Kagura dance will probably once again overflow with guests. Tourists are coming again. The Kagura dance spreads Rogetsu's island's name and has brought in revenue. Lately, preparations below have not been advancing. You have spoken to all of the Kanade, and the true Mask of the Lunar Eclipse is complete. We must resurrect the ceremony of passage. The Mask of the Lunar Eclipse made the Shrine Maiden bloom, and she began to destroy the island. Assuming that the day without suffering had arrived, people feared and detested the ritual. But as for the true Mask of the Lunar Eclipse and the ceremony for the Utsuwa, it may cure my daughter's illness. The Mask of the Lunar Eclipse is my final move in treating Luna Sedata syndrome. In the Rogetsu Kagura, the Utsuwa loses her own sense of self within the mask, and the Mask of the Lunar Eclipse erases all their memories. They are brought to the essential place. Once there, their self returns and floods into them. If the ceremony of passage is successful, the long bout with Luna Sedata syndrome will end. My wife thought the sickness of her daughter was her fault, and took her own life. I have waited a long time from that day. Perhaps I won't have to look at my daughter's unhappy face anymore. The results of this research are dedicated to my late wife, if this is the dad talking. Anyways, we have a lot to read and catch up on here, so let me first make sure all my new notes get added. Yep, there's just a few things added. There's probably a number of things we now read in our handbook. Just letting it do its thing. Okay, we also need to listen to the 2 tapes we picked up, so I will first listen to the tapes. Go, tapes, go! We already listened to these 2, so let's listen to the 2 investigation reports. Investigation report 2 and 4.
9月17日、同月代、カグナが中断した。巫女が倒れて、今騒ぎになっている。嫌いん？何のことだ。9月17日、同月代。祭りの中に灰原は発見できず、神楽の間はこの建物は締め切られ、誰も出入りできない。俺の勘が外れたか。しかしこの島のどこかに潜伏している可能性もある。明日から調査を始める。小さな島だ。灰原が来ていれば必ず後を残すはずだ。9月17日、灰原病院。巫女はすでに心肺停止状態。原因不明の突然死と診断されている。9月17日、灰原病院、霊安室。この島では死者に仮面をつける風習があるらしい。ここは あんまり気持ちのいいものじゃないな。見ない方が良いと言われたが、本人か確認するため仮面を取ってもらうことにする。顔がわからない状態。何があった？写真を撮っておく。博多から本人と確認。9月29日、駐在所。病院の関係者から少女たちについて垂れ込み、もう一度灰原病院内を捜索する。9月29日、灰原病院。病院の地下2階で少女たちを発見。5人とも無事。しかし、あれは俺の見間違いなのだろうか。少女たちの顔が機雷号。またか。どういう意味なんだ。
Okay, and then of course we have the new stuff in our notebook to read. Sageta Ibera. Now let's research too. Ceremony of Passage. Was it a Luna Sedata treatment? Studying the ceremony to cure his daughter. His wife died of Luna Sedata syndrome. Then Tsubaki Tono. Biography. Name Tsubaki Tono. Age 23. Occupation nurse. Nurse from the mainland. Worked at Rogetsu Hall. Yutsuwa in the Rogetsu Kagura dance. Alright, which means then to the case, kidnapping case, two things, director's involvement. The girls were discovered in a location connected to the laboratory. The director denied being the mastermind, but not participation. But what for? Perpetrator. Were the kidnapped girls taken to perform as Kanade in the ritual called the Ceremony of Passage? Suspect Yu Hibera. Clues were provided by the hospital personnel. Then check the things. Mask of Ellie. Mask of the Lunar Eclipse, the taboo mask, used in the Ceremony of Passage, caused a disaster, the day without suffering. Did Shigeto Hibera try to revive the mask because of its strong effect on the Luna Sedata syndrome? Check out the ceremony. Beneath the Kagura. Did the Ceremony of Passage affect the festival above? Was the Kagura dance done below at exactly the same time as the Ceremony of Passage? It's all definitely possible. Thanks for watching the video. I'd very much appreciate if you take a moment to consider donating to my Patreon, which I am using to try and make this more of a livelihood, not just for missed game videos, but little games I make in my own time, and to bring different types of videos to the channel. You can find the link for my Patreon in the description below, or in the video obviously. If you'd be interested in seeing me recording gameplay videos and doing other things live, I stream quite regularly and record almost all my gameplay over at a site called Hitbox TV on my channel. You also see that in the video currently. Hope you enjoyed the video, and adieu.